All right, I think we are set and ready. Let me make sure that everything's a go. And I believe we are good. Lido, what's up, man? Satanist Swim Club, what a name. Hello. Welcome. Phoenix, what's up? Hello, hello, folks. All right, sweet. Let me get this posted around. Have they given a reason why there's no cross progression? Yes. Let's see, what's the shortest way I can say it? The game came out before it was, like, super common around the industry, so it's not something they worked on during development, and they've said it's not impossible to do it, but it would take a significant amount of their resources given the team size they have, and that would further delay new content, so they haven't been able to find the worth in doing it, given that, you know, they didn't say this, but the fact that the Division 3 is on the way, it probably doesn't make sense to delay content just to get a feature in that's not gonna, you know, but they can just put it in Division 3 from the start. That's the very short version. Steel Saints, EM. Well, it's Tropics, Wolf, Chris, Bob, Matthew, Lord Dude, Matt. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good Lord, we already got 62 people in here. Welcome in, folks. All right. If I can finally set my brain to posting about this. All right, got that one out. The community tab. I'm watching the chat just blow up here. Everyone's so excited. Beza Bing says trash. That's so sad. Me, the game? You gotta be more specific. Rodrigo, what's up? Warhead, how you doing? I think everyone is curious about what to do in an empty week. Well, it's not a bad week to go, you know, play other stuff, get things done. I need to get my Descent stuff done because I want to get those last comms so I can make a recap video. And then, you know, we'll do all the other things. It's catching up with the latest videos. Nice sword stream. I'm sorry, Rodrigo. I'm sorry. Thanks for tuning in, though. What's up, Satanta? How you doing? I'm the GOAT. Thank you, Kenyatta. That's very nice. Thank you, thank you. Alright, let me switch to this screen, and then I will finally finish posting this 10 minutes later. Hang on. Don't worry, folks. We'll have plenty of time to talk about whatever we want to talk about. Bam, 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 and done. All right. Sorry, we should be good now. So many things, so little time. Alright, no, we're good. My chair really wants to slide off my mat here, and it's kind of annoying me. Here we go. Oh, alright. What is up, everybody? Preparation for what? Mark, we got 2 weeks left in year 5, so I need to try and wrap up my Descent stuff and just, you know, do some resource stocking, all that, before we get the big update. When is Ubisoft Forward? It is a week and 6 days away. It is on June 10th, Monday, June 10th. Yeah. T-Bar, what's up? Libertarian, what's up? NGN's Descent com videos are really great. Yes, they are. I just do one at the end of the season that has all of them in it. And so that's what I need to get the last ones to be able to do that. Walrose, how's it going? Alright, so I'll just jump into Descent and get that rolling. I think I'm one behind. I think for some people this is their last week, but I must have fallen behind one time. Yeah, because I still need 2. So it's probably not going to give me both today, unfortunately. But we'll go in and see. Did you watch NGN's new video about the Warhounds? Yes, I did.
Access denied. Deactivating shade protocols.
I hope we hear something about Div 3. Personally, I would not get your hopes up about hearing about Div 3 because still major development work has not begun on that game. It won't, at the minimum, until Star Wars Outlaws releases, which is in August. So there's probably not much they could share. The very most I expect to maybe see about the Division 3 in the next, year from now is a logo. Like, if they wanted to have someone at Massive make the logo, put the 3 in there, and share that, that's about the most I would expect from Div 3 anytime soon, personally. But I really don't think they're going to say much about it. It's kind of another case where, kind of similar to Heartland back in 2021, they talked about it they announced it so far in advance of when they're actually ready to really share more about it that it's nice that we know it's coming. It kind of sucks that, they also aren't going to be able to say anything for a long time. So there's some good and bad to that.
Hostile construction initiated.
Starless, it goes very well, man. How are you? Someone asked what time Ubisoft Forward is. I'm not 100% sure. They've probably said, I just don't remember. I certainly will be talking more about it, and I'll share it around when it's closer. I'm not gonna die on the first room of Descent here. Good lord. And I will be streaming it. I always stream those here on the channel, so Monday, June 10th, put it on your calendars, I'll be live. And then the next day as well for your 6th Season 1, so it's gonna be a busy time coming up. Is it confirmed they talk about D2 at Ubisoft Forward? No, they have not given any kind of schedule or I don't know what the word is, itinerary for what they're talking about. But if they don't talk about anything relating to Year 6 prior to that, then I would say it's almost a certainty, because the update goes live the next day, right? So I would say more likely than not they will, but no, it is not confirmed. What's the global event running at the moment? There is none right now. Golden Bullet starts next Tuesday, a week from today. This week there's no events going on. Melee kill. Admin Nova in the house. What's up, man? Dean, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I am having a good day. It's going to be a good week coming up. For myself, at least. I didn't know you could chip the walls that much to shoot around. That's kind of cool. I don't think I've ever known that you could do that much to create an opening. But yeah, doing great.
Supply station available.
We already have 150 people in the stream. Good lord. Will I be doing an all-nighter for Ubisoft Forward? Well, luckily it's right in the middle of the morning for me. It's a great time. Hermes coming in with the 10 gifted. Didn't even know he was in here. Thank you, man. Goodness me. Going to Tyler Joe, other Tyler, Bob Lurch, Darshan Tinin. Hope I'm saying that right. Bezabing, who previously said either myself or the game is trash, so that's nice. Rodrigo and Alex. Hermes, thank you very much, dude, for the generosity. You're too nice. As if you're not doing enough for me already, which people will become aware of before too long. Goodness, man. Thank you very much. Those 10 people will be sure to drop Hermes thank you down in the chat. And welcome to Rogue Studios.
Entering new location. Difficulty rating, medium.
Andy, that's a question that I ask myself all the time. All the time. How's it going, man? What time is Ubisoft Forward? Alright, I'm gonna have to look after this room because people are asking me and I don't actually know. It's on June 10th. I know that. I think it's usually around 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, but let me double check once I clear this room. Jeez, they're all coming out of here. Ah! Die. That was a single room spawn. Or single door spawn. Okay, let's look it up. Ubisoft Forward 2024. Yes, I accept your cookies. Ubisoft.com, thank you. Love more to share. Oh, I don't know if they've said what time it is. On the website, it does not give you, it does not list a time. So they might, it says wait for more information. So they might actually still I can talk. They might still have yet to announce that. I don't think that's even the right way to say it, but you get what I'm saying. Yeah, even on their Twitter, it just says June 10th. So they have not actually listed the time, but, you know, as soon as we know that stuff, I will, of course, share it around. And like I said, I will be streaming on June 10th when that goes on. Is Golden Bullet slated for 2 weeks, or will the final week be empty as well? There are only 2 weeks left, Matt. Technically, from right now, in less than 2 weeks, we will be in Year 6 Season 1. So this week is nothing, and then the last week of the season, right up until Year 6's release, will be Golden Bullet for 1 week total. That's what we're looking at.
Constructing. Hostile spawn from highlighted doors.
Well, Dan, I hope you get some solace out of that. And I hope we're able to pivot to something else, man. But yes, take out those NPCs in in Retribution. What's up, Rachel? I'm doing well. I won't speak for anyone else. I'm doing great.
Console online.
Not at all, Matt. Not at all. It's a completely valid question. But yeah, we're coming down to the wire here. It's going to be, like I said, it's going to be a busy next few weeks, but I'm looking forward to it. I am very appreciative of everyone tuning in. Yeah, we got 150 people in the stream in the first few minutes. So yeah, I'm hoping I can get... There was 1 week, like, I don't know, a month or two ago, probably 2 months ago, where I did get two comms out of 1 week's worth of a run. But it's never happened again, and I think I'm behind by one, so I really am hoping it would do it so that I could work on my recap. But we'll see. What'd you think about the Black Ops 6 trailer? Honestly, I have not seen it. I'm not a huge Call of Duty person. I did watch the launch trailer they released this morning for the final shape in Destiny 2. That was pretty rad. I'm excited for it, but I don't think I'm going to have time to play it, dude. I don't know how I'm going to have time to play it. I have so much to do before Year 6 gets here. And that drops right in the middle. So, I'm a little slightly bummed about that, but it is what it is. It is what it is. 24 years as a tradesman. I'll walk into another job. Cheers. 24 years is a long time, man. Oh, shoot. Okay, that... Whoa, 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 whoa. That cover was not... I have my wrong... That was so bad. I have my wrong controller profile on. I have it set to my X-Defiant one, and it just... I pressed the button that should have been armor kit, and it made me climb that. That's so funny. That actually almost killed me. Alright, I will switch that after this room is done. Luckily my weapon swap is still the same. There we go. Good lord. Alright, let me, here, I'm gonna do that really quick. Just so I can swap this. Hang on, folks. Let me swap this behind the scenes real quick. Very, very minor intermission here. Okay. Division 2, there we go. There we go. That's better. Hoping for a decent run, assuming the Nemesis doesn't kill me. I hope to get a Matador Emperor's Guard blueprint. I think it, it is nice that you get like some pretty worthwhile rewards from doing that. So, I'm wishing you best of luck in grabbing that. What games do you play minus Division 2? Not a ton. I mean, Division 2 is definitely what I play the most. I play a decent little chunk of For Honor and PUBG. And then obviously in the last like week and a half here, I've been sinking a good few hours into X Defiant. I've been enjoying that a lot. But Division 2 is definitely my main game. Well, none of these seem particularly enticing, but I'll go with the sausage, SASG. Try and grab payment in kind with bullet hell talents. Which one is payment in kind? I can't think of what that is. I always go for bullet hell. Okay, let me catch up here before I walk into this. You think people get shoulder light color change options in the normal game? Probably not, because that's such a heavy lore thing that you have an orange watch, so. So good you can play Div 2 with a blacked out screen. That's right. When does the new season start? It is slated for June 11th. 2 weeks from today, Tuesday, June 11th. Agent Prime, what's up, man? What'd you really think of X Defiant? For me, it's sort of a bland shooter. Played through the weekend, couldn't find a reason to grind it long term. I don't like have a huge fixation for those kinds of games. I just personally, I've been enjoying it more than I have enjoyed Call of Duty in a long time. So for that kind of an experience, it's more than okay for me. Like I just go in and kind of turn my brain off and get some kills. But it's not a game that I, like I said, particularly care for in any way. It's just kind of fun. Ubisoft Forward, what's going on? Ubisoft Forward is the like announcement stream Ubisoft does about all their major titles, and that's going on June 10th. So the countdown is on. Matt with the 10 gifted as well. Absolute freaking legend. Thank you, Matt. Sorry, I got distracted. That we'll talk about that in a sec. But going to Andy. There you go, Andy. Now you have to be nice. Blaze. Oh my goodness. I'm not going to be able to say your name. But Harsh. Matthew. Satanta DF. Stefan. Dev. Cheese. And Keenan. Welcome to Rogue Studios. Be sure to drop Matt a thank you in the chat. Goodness me. Thank you very much, Matt. And for those people, you now have a cool badge next to your name. You can do some emotes in the chat. And if you want to join our Discord server and link your YouTube account, you can get access to the Rogue Studios channel in there. Welcome all of y'all. Again, Matt, thank you for the generosity as always, man. You're very kind. Quick hello from Brazil. Hello, Alan. Which city would you prefer to see in Div 3? I've said previously, if it stays in the U.S., I think Boston or Chicago would be cool. Because I want it to be, more towards the winter again, personally. Or at least have rotating seasons.
Hostile construction initiated.
Night Ghost, what's up? Let me read your question after this room. And then also I need to read what Pele just tweeted out, so I got a notification for it. So many things, all at once. Okay. Let me scroll up here. Okay, Neko said, what are your expectations for the Year 6 Season 1 main hunt? Do you still think we're going to go after Black Tusk Hunter storyline, or may we have a filler season hunting someone else? Ghost, I truly don't know. I was asked that before, and like I act like, because it seemed like the transition was set into Brooklyn, I am truly not sure how they're going to fill the gap. Obviously, we know they are somehow. We have confirmation that it's an all new season. They're not like rerunning like some people think they are. But I truly do not know what they might fill it with. The only like hunch I have is that maybe we'll get Barden waking up, and maybe we'll have a season tying into like his side of things as kind of like a prelude to some of the bigger stuff. But that's about all I've got. I'm not sure. Glitch. Could you finally put an ongoing query to bed, please? Is Countdown better on Heroic or challenging in terms of loot, better rolls, etc.? The higher difficulty you play, well, so the way the Division 2 handles its loot in relation to difficulty is that every difficulty you go up increases the minimum rolls an item will have. So if you play on normal, for example, you could have rolls as low as 10% in every category, right? Whereas if you play on Heroic, let's say the minimum you could get is 40%. Those are just arbitrary numbers. I made them up, but that is how it handles it. So the higher you play on, the more likely you are to get better rolls, but you still can get God rolls on like normal, for example. It's just less likely. In Countdown specifically, you will get more of the credits, the like hunter dog tag things. You will get more of those, so you can buy caches more often. But those are the main differences you're looking at there. I personally play Countdown on challenging the majority of the time because I don't think the jump in difficulty to Heroic is worth the rewards, because it tends to take longer. There's a greater chance you might fail the whole thing, so that's my philosophy personally. By the way, 180 people in the stream. We're also pushing 100 likes already, which is wild. So thank you all very much. And if you haven't already and you want to help support the stream, hitting that like really does help. So many questions, people. Also, before I forget about this, good old Palle Hofstein, who I'm sure many of you know, put out a tweet about some meetings he was in today, and someone said, since the cancellation of Heartland, I hope the Division 3 is still going, and he says D3 is happening. As always, Palle coming in as the GOAT right there. Is it worth it for a new player to buy the season pass? Can't see anything great about it. Currently, I would not buy it because the season is almost over. If you're going to do it, wait until Year 6 Season 1 starts in 2 weeks when you're level 40. You also have to be level 40 to access... or season pass. Are you talking about the Year 1 pass or like the current season pass? I'm so far behind in the chat. Greetings from Switzerland. What's up, Dave? What's the new content and what's it about? You talk about it in your video. My video from yesterday is all about some data mines that were posted on Reddit, and as I tried to explain as clearly as I could in that video, that is not confirmed. It is not confirmed that we are getting any of those things. That those are simply files and things that people have found within the code of the game that might suggest what's coming, but it could also be old stuff that never got used. So do not take any of that for confirmation. It was simply for the sake of discussion and potentially a look at what's coming, but we do not know. We won't know until the devs talk about it for certain. All right, let me scroll down here. Bam, bam, bam. Jay Bernie, what's up, man? Good to see you. Have you ever thought about having a second channel for games beyond the Division 2? I might harm myself if that were the case. I do not... I don't have the brain space at the time. It would be fun, but that's maybe if I have like an editor and other stuff in the future. Yeah. We'll call that a pipe dream for now. That would be fun. Ubisoft Forward is June 10th. June 10th. How much longer am I streaming? Oh, a good... probably hour and a half, 2 hours. Hope you're doing well, Mav. Good to see you. All right, finally caught up. Sorry for the delay there, everybody.
EMP hazard.
Let's get it.
Entering new room. Difficulty rating easy. System disrupted. Hostile construction initiated.
Dinner's been served.
Hostiles
Enjoy,
constructing.
Stanta.
Hostile spawn from highlighted. System curtailed. System back online.
One of ours gone.
Console online.
Don't do anything cool till I get back. I won't. I won't talk. I won't move. We'll wait. Will I be a day one Division 3 player, bugs and all? Dr. Funky, I want you to answer that question. What do you think the answer is? I'll give everyone in the chat one guess on if I'm going to play Division 3 on day one. 200 people in the stream. Goodness me. Thank you all for being here. And we passed 100 likes. Y'all are legends. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, we need 8 arms, 8 hands. Just about. I just need a second brain, probably, and a way to, like, freeze time. That would help.
Son of a bitch. Hey, the bitch.
Frickin' Lucas with a 21-month member message. Just a regular Tuesday. RG is live, peeps. Thank you for being a member for so long. As always, man. You're the GOAT. Thank you, thank you. I'm going with no, you'll shut down the channel once Division 3 comes out. Yep. I did the channel for all these years, and then just right before Division 3 comes out, I'm shutting it down. That's what we're going to do. Oh, man. Scotty, what's good? When is Ubisoft 4? June 10th. June 10th, June 10th.
Room selected. Difficulty rating easy.
Sorry, face in the massive video. Yes, you'll be a day one player. You're right, Dr. Funky. I will. I will.
Hostiles constructing. Hostile spawn from highlighted doors.
But, you know, I think it's also important to say that if, for example's sake, let's hope this is not the case, but if the game happened to be very bad, and there were, like, game-breaking bugs and all that, that doesn't mean I'm not going to point those things out. I know some people like to think that I gloss over issues with the game. I don't think I do. I think I try and just bring more of a realistic look at things, but if by some misfortune the Division 3 were awful, I would share that very clearly in my videos. But let's hope that's not the case, right? Started watching your channel. Very good work and info. Time Streamer, thank you for that. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. I try my best, so that is gratifying to hear. Powerbomb, what's up, man?
Hostile spawn from highlighted doors. Hostile construction.
What do you think will happen story-wise in the next DLC? Or in 2 weeks? Well, the next DLC for the game is not coming in 2 weeks. That's coming in early 2025 with Year 6 Season 3. Until then, we have 2 new seasons worth of story. And I was saying a minute ago, I honestly do not have a good guess as to what they're going to do for the story right now. Because it seemed like they were ready to transition right into the DLC, and now that's been pushed back. I'm not sure what they're going to tackle in the meantime. My only maybe guess is that it has something to do with Barton Schaefer. Maybe he wakes up and we do some, like, fetch quests for him or something. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, there's still a guy over here. Godly, all is going very well. Sorry, my brain malfunctioned there. It's going very well. Hope you're doing well too. Have you seen the latest NGN video about the sitcoms? Yes, I did. When is Ubisoft 4? June 10th. I should probably just pin this in the chat. Ubisoft 4 is June 10th. So we got less than 2 weeks to go. And I will be streaming it. Should be pretty good. Do you have a video for the settings you run on console? Not. I'm guessing not the ones that you're referring to. If you just mean like my, like sensitivity settings and all that. I'm happy to show you though, if that's what you're confused about. What am I doing? I want this. Sure, you can be objective with such a long dev history. Now you're not on the dev team. You're a hardcore critic. I mean, I don't know. I guess that's a fair question. Personally, I don't believe. I'm of the belief that pretty much anyone who reviews anything is biased to some degree, right? Whether that comes to movies, maybe you're a big fan of rom-coms, and then you get invited to review a huge action flick. And maybe it's fun and maybe you enjoy it, but that's still not the thing that you're into, so maybe you score lower because of that. Or I reviewed The Division 3, and even if, like, inherently my view of things is going to be skewed by the fact that I've played this franchise for 10 years, and I do tend to enjoy the games, compared to somebody who maybe has only played Tetris all their life and is suddenly reviewing The Division 3. They're going to see things differently than me to begin with, right? So, no, I don't think it's possible for anyone to be truly objective, but I can't say confidently that I would never review something or talk about something in bad faith and like actively lie or say something I don't believe. You know what I mean? That's all I know. Shoot, let's replace Savage. When Division 3 is released, will Ubisoft continue to support Division 1 and 2? I guess that depends on what you mean by support. I would think they would support Division 1 and 2 to the extent that they're supporting Division 1 right now, where you can still play it. But I don't believe they will continue, like, releasing content, if that's what you mean.
Hostile construction initiated.
Thanks, was confused by the stream title. No problem, yeah. Now that
Hostile spawn from highlighted.
I just figured that a lot of people would want to talk about it coming up and what we might see in it, so that was the intent there. Can't wait for Ubisoft Forward. Will you be covering Resurgence on your channel? Yes. I mean, it's not going to be like a main focus. I think the mainline console Division games will always be my biggest focus. But yeah, I definitely want to stream Resurgence. Probably do a video or two on it every now and then. So yeah. Tyler, work and lurk. Thank you, RG, for being awesome. Tyler, thank you for being awesome and for being a member for 2 months, man. Sincerely appreciate it.
Selected. Difficulty rating medium.
Sorry, a quick water break there. Kyla, first time I've managed to catch a live. Thank you for keeping us in the loop about Div news. Well, thank you sincerely for watching it. I wouldn't be able to do as much as I do if that weren't the case, so thank you for tuning in, and you're very welcome. It's my pleasure. If you could create your own skill or skill variant, what would it be and what would it do? Oh gosh. This is why I'm not a game dev. Oh, actually I do have an answer. I think it would be cool, primarily for PvP, if there was a hive variant that acted like a trophy system, where it shot down like incoming projectiles. That would be a fantastic counter to like mortar turrets and grenades and stuff. That is one that I've thought about before, so I'll say that. Jay, it's going fantastic, man. How are you? No, not at all, Zatanta. I know what you meant. And like I said, it's completely a fair question. If you, if your goal when Division 3 comes out is to see, like, the most unbiased review of it you can, then I personally wouldn't watch anyone who regularly covers the Division, right? Because for better or worse, like, it goes both ways. Either somebody adores the Division and has never seen a problem with it in their lives, they're probably going to give it a pretty good review. Or somebody who covers the Division regularly but seems to pretty much hate everything they do is probably going to find something to hate about the Division 3. You know what I mean? So Like, there's no perfect system. And like I said, everybody has their own biases depending on what their own personal preferences are. But, yeah.
Console available.
Dang, I keep running out of slots. I would rather have that than efficient, though, to be honest. What's your favorite seafood? I see you, Nova. The obscure question. Favorite seafood? I don't know. Shrimp? Is that a lame answer? Probably shrimp.
Extreme heat signature
What's up, James?
entering new room.
When's the next update for Division? Thank you for updating us. Of course, Guru. It is on June 11th.
Hostile construction
That's when it's currently slated for. So 2 weeks from today is when we will be
constructed.
diving into Year 6 Season 1.
Hostile spawn from highlighted doors.
The Division 3 when? Not for a long time. My guess, which at this point maybe is slightly optimistic, but I personally think it'll be March of like 2020. Yeah, 2028. So still quite a ways out. You'll hear a lot of people say that they think it's coming in like 25 or 26. God bless them. I don't see that being possible at all because they still have not started major development on it. So another axe guy right in my face. How many ads are there? Hi from Spain. Thanks for all the info, Rob. You're very welcome. Thank you for watching the videos. Oh, don't tell me there's a guy in the spawn that's gonna bug this out. That would be bad. Whoa. Okay, there we go. Your 6 launches on my birthday. Hey, let's go, Wolf. 2 weeks from today, then, huh? Happy early birthday. 27 if lucky? Yeah, pretty much. Hermes with the 6-month member message. Thank you, man. Also, sorry, I just saw still over 200 people in the stream. Thank you all for being here. With the Heartland cancellation, the overdue release of Resurgence, and all the issues we've had for years in Division 2, what do you think Massive UB Red Storm need to regain goodwill from the fan base? I mean, probably just continue to do their best work and put out, you know, the best stuff they can. If you mean like in the immediate future, then I think having your 6 go as well as possible is going to go a long way. Like, if they can release the endgame revamp in Seasons 2.0 without it majorly breaking the game, I think that a lot of people would consider that a big win. And same goes for the DLC in Season 3 and also not delaying those things further. I think if U6 goes relatively smoothly, then that will, obviously that doesn't, you know, fix the disappointment of Heartland not coming. But I think that would be a pretty good goal for them to set for themselves. Okay, that's a lot of guys. Who or what team do you think will be behind Div 3? Well, they already confirmed back when it was announced. They said that it will be led by Massive. We know that Julian Garrity, once Star Wars Outlaws releases, is going to transition to being the executive producer of the entire Division brand. So he will not be the direct creative director on Division 3 like he was for Division 2. But he will definitely oversee and be a part of the development. It is a good question. Like, I am definitely curious to find out who the main creative director is going to be on Div 3. Like, it could be Yannick from Division 2, or if Division 2 continues on, does it make more sense to keep him on Division 2? I don't know. It could be so many people. Like, there's so many people that have been in and out of the Division's world over time that are still at Massive that it could be any of them. There's a guy, what was his name? Magnus Jensen, I think it was the creative director on Division 1 from like 2013 to late 2016. So like for a good chunk of the Division 1's late development, he was the creative director on there, and then he went to Avatar, and obviously Avatar is out now, so could he come back and do Division 3? Maybe. That could also be someone we know, like Matthias Carlson, who is the game director on Division 2 alongside Julian. Could be Drew Reckner, who is the associate, either creative or game director on Avatar. So there's a ton of people it could be. But we do know that the main development team will be Massive. I probably just send a lot of head spinning. People are like, we don't know who those people are at all, and that's fair. Reality Z, what's going on, Rogue? New to the channel. Since I've gotten back into D2 as a returning player. Guides and tips have been amazing. I'm super happy to hear that, man. And thank you for saying that.
Entering new location. Difficulty rating.
Very glad to hear that it's helped out. And welcome back. Ken, how are you? I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. Happy to be here. Got a good week ahead, so I'm doing great. How are you? Thank you for the video you left in the comments of your latest video. The build is incredible. Thanks again. Oh, no problem, Darkus. The Heart Strike one. Yeah, I've had a lot of fun with that. There were a lot of people wondering what that build was yesterday, so happy to help out, and I hope you enjoy it. Do you think the decision behind Heartland's cancellation was to focus on Division 3? I do not.
Supply station online.
Unfortunately, I do not, because they said that the Red Storm team has now been reassigned to X-Define and Rainbow Six. So those people are now not back on the Division. They're on other stuff. So, unfortunately, I do not. What Division 3 is going to be first person? I would be willing to bet you a lot of money that it will not be first person. In fact, I would go so far as to say I would be incredibly disappointed with the Division 3 if it were first person. I think they know that the franchise is built upon a third person foundation, and so it would, in my opinion, it would be quite silly of them to switch it to first person, and I would be very disappointed with that personally.
I have no shot.
Console active.
Thank you, Hermes, for throwing that in. Yeah, sorry, I should just... Here, I'm just going to pin it in the chat. That's an easier way to do it. Ba-ba-ba-ba. There we go. Now I can pin it. Pin. Henry, what's going on? Guess what? The other day I saw my comment on... Wait, I saw my comment on one of your videos under member comment section, so I guess I'm already remember. I'm not sure how that happened. I'm not sure, Ken. It doesn't have the little thing next to your name, but I would have seen stranger things with YouTube before, so you never know. Either way, you know I appreciate you being here and commenting on stuff and furthering the discussion. It's a shame Red Storm moving to X-Defiant, guess since they provide the Division is necessary. Yeah, that's the hope, is that the X-Defiant thing is temporary because Division 3 is not yet in full production. You would hope then that in a few months' time, or maybe sometime in 2025, they then get reassigned again, once X-Defiant is more stable, onto the Division 3. That would be the hope. We'll see. But you know, for what it's worth, I'm glad that X-Defiant is doing well. I know a lot of people have issues with that game. But you know, at the end of the day, there's still a lot of developers out there who put a lot of hard work into it. And if you guys didn't see, it's doing, at least for right now, it's doing really solid numbers. I think in the first week of its launch, it has over 7.5 million unique players, which is like a really, really solid number for that kind of a thing. I think it also took Ubi's title for like the fastest growing new title they've ever released, which yes is partly because it's free to play, but still, that's nothing to scoff at. So sounds like a crisp keyboard. It is, Tyler. I like it a lot. I've had it for a long time. It's a Razer, I think, Black Widow, and I got it. It had to have been now like 2015, maybe, like a long time. So it's still holding up well for me. This thing's older than Division 1. Believe that. I really hope Ola has a hand in future music, just as a Division game without that vibe, you know? Totally. Unless he retires or leaves Massive, I don't see why he wouldn't be. Because even the music in Descent here is from Ola, and this came out last year, so he's definitely still involved. So yeah, hopefully. Is X-Defiant Red Storm? They only joined onto that team literally like a week and a half ago. The main team behind X-Defiant is Ubisoft San Francisco, and then there's a bunch of support studios around, you know, throughout Ubisoft's network, as they typically do for a lot of their titles. Would you recommend people try and play the Division 2? I mean, I'm certainly biased, but yeah, I think it's a very, very fun game. I wouldn't cover it if I didn't think so. If looter shooters are your type of game, or if you just think the game looks fun, then yeah, totally. All right, let's max out our ammo capacity. And that's about all we're going to be able to do. There you go. Fat Strength had a really good comment on it there. Good stuff, man. Did San Francisco work on Div at all, ever? I'm not sure, Chris. I mean, it's always possible that, like, you know, there's even cases like, I think within the last 2 years since Season 9 came out, Toronto, Ubisoft Toronto, like, worked on some of the cinematics for Div 2. Like, there's a lot of cases where they'll do, like, these very minor things to help out. So it's possible that they did some tiny thing, but to my knowledge, San Francisco was never, like, majorly involved with Division. I guess you could say, except for when X-Defiant started out as a Division spinoff. That would have been a time when they were.
Hostile restore hive detected.
Yeah, your stupid restore hive. Nobody likes it.
System
I have to use a nade just to kill that thing. I think we got the keener version of the Nemesis. I think that's what Alpha is. Oh, just one-shot your drone, you fool. Ow. He didn't like that. If you peek up again, I can blind you now. Why are you gonna run away? Throw that out. Yeah, don't put that. Don't heal. Thank you.
Simulation terminated. Collect and gather.
There we go. Oh, I missed a lot of chats. Sup, Mr. Gold? What did I miss? Leonardo, you missed nothing at all. Just, you know, just chilling, just chatting as usual. Good to see you, though. Do you think Div 3 will be in NYC, Washington, D.C., or somewhere else? I personally would very much hope it's somewhere else. but I don't know that for certain. I'm back, baby. What's up, Retro? I'm doing great, man. Doing very, very good. Almost 250 people in the stream right now. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. All right, let's see if we got our 2 comms. Probably not. I just got 1, but that's all right. Hey, what's up, Malicide? How you doing, man?
Facility detected.
Field test 50 cal. Ooh, it's an interesting comm name. AB, what's up? Seeing a lot of negative coverage about X-Defiant. Everyone's got their own opinion, and you know, from the beginning that game has been dragged through the mud by people who have different ideas about what it should be or what it is. So at the end of the day, with most games, I think you just got to play it for yourself and decide if you like it. I'm having fun with it. Do I also like really care about it that much? No. If it went away today, it wouldn't really change anything for me, but I've been having fun with it, so it's whatever you think about it. Crack these caches open. Thank you for streaming Descent this morning. I'm still struggling here, so trying to pick up some pointers. Absolutely, man. And here, Papa, let me link you the video I did. Because honestly, I play Descent very aggressively, which is not how I would recommend to do it if you're new. Excuse me. Because there's a certain amount of risk involved with that. But I put this video out back when Descent came out, so if you check the chat, I just linked a video there. I put that out back when the mode came out, and it just has some tips for Descent, so be sure to check that out if you're needing some of that stuff. I haven't played Division 2 in a year and recently returned to it. So much fun. Welcome back, Jazz. Good to have you. Glad you're having fun. Blueprint for the stage left. All right. That's what I was needing. Sweet Dreams area maxed out. Mark all this up. They also gave me like a bunch of mods for some reason. Don't need those. All right. Matthew, I play on Xbox Series X. I'm excited about UB4, though. Hopefully gameplay for AC Shadows and even more Division news. Yep. I'm definitely excited to see gameplay for Shadows. They've talked about, there's like interviews where they're talking about some of the gameplay systems in there, and it sounds really cool. It sounds like they're kind of pulling back a little bit on some of the RPG side of the game that they went towards with Odyssey and Valhalla, so yeah, for sure. Playing Predecessor at the moment. Just wanted to pop in and say and wish people a good day. Well, good day to you as well, man. If you're jumping out. Have a good one. Good to see you as always. You play the normal game very aggressively? True, Tyler. Guilty as charged. I do. With Descent, I think it's more about positioning than your talents. I mostly agree with that, yeah. Does the Nemesis use any skills randomly or just your own skills? It's claimed that he copies your build one-to-one. But there are some skills, like I had the Revive Hive, and ads don't use Revive Hives. So they swap it out for like the Restore Hive. That's like a switch they make. So it's intended to be the same build, but they take some liberties there. Any plans for X-Defiant content? What am I doing, by the way? I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, we need conflict things for the project, so let's run some conflict. And then I will continue talking. I did my X-Defiant video the other day showing just some of this, talking about it, showing some of the similarities to Division. At the moment, I do not have further plans, but I would not be opposed to it in the future. So... Depends on what you're referring to, Leonardo. Admittedly, I am quite busy up until the launch of Year 6, but always feel free to send me a message on Twitter or Discord or whatever. Got the links down in the description. Still don't understand a lot of the in-game systems like crafting and how to get and improve gear. Well, I can always highly recommend you check out, I have a playlist tab here on the channel, and there's one that's like Division 2 tips and guides and stuff. I've got a bunch of videos in there about a lot of those systems. I'm not going to be able to like link you all of them right here, although I could probably link you the playlist. Let's see right here. If I go to this, I go to this, and my computer works, that would be useful. Share. There we go. Alright, so Jazz, I just put a link in the chat. Highly recommend you go and like bookmark that or whatever you got to do to save it. But that playlist, if you just go through and read some of the titles, I think you'll find a lot of videos that pertain to topics that would probably help you. So check it out, and if you still have further questions or you don't see something that you're wondering about, then feel free to shout out and I'll do my best to answer. But I think that'll help you out a lot. Have you tried playing the finals? I have played the finals, yeah. I think it's a good amount of fun. Has any replacement been announced for the canceled Division Day? They have not given us any further updates on that. I think in the next 2 weeks here, we're gonna... And it's very... You know, people said from the start, and I doubted it, but maybe they're right, that we'll get just a huge amount of info dump at Ubisoft Forward. At some point, obviously, we're going to hear what's coming, because the update is dropping in 2 weeks, right? So... no, they've not said anything yet, but eventually we will learn.
Hostile explosive seeker mine.
Look at that expert roll out of that seeker mine. So good. Alright, what's going on? 2 of our teammates are in spawn. One guy is flanking way behind them, and I'm all by myself.
Hostile stinger hive detected.
I'm kind of scared. There's a guy pulling up right here. Surprise! And they're just shooting me from every which way. Oh, I got up. Alright, bye-bye. I don't want nothing to do with any of you.
System restored.
I'm actually not going to waste a kit on that because they're not chasing me actively. Alright, that was something. Is this the Umber build? Yes, it is, Ramon. How you doing, man? I do not want all that Stinger Hive damage. I'm gonna move on that a little bit. Oh, that's awkward. So many freaking seeker mines, dude. Just dodging them left and right. Little bro got melted. Libertarian, I want to. I need to see if it's still in theaters. There's been so many movies recently that I've been wanting to see, and I'm struggling to get them all in. It's very sad to me how many movies are not doing well at the box office right now. Like, it's actually, like, kind of depressing. Like, The Fall Guy I went and saw, I thought that was really good. That's not doing well. I still need to see the Apes movie, which I think is doing fine, but it's not, like, great. And then Furiosa I went and saw. I was hyped for that because I love Fury Road, and I loved it, but that's not doing well either. It's like, man.
Allies have acquired
The movie industry's got to find a way to bounce back. But that is one that I do want to try and see as well. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Look at that frickin' jam replacement. Get out of here, dude. I'm gonna go around this way. What up, Silo? Year 6 and the next season for the game drops in 2 weeks. So we're just doing a bit of final, some final things there. You know, stock up on materials, get the last objectives done, things like that. That's essentially what we're doing. That's good to hear, Mav. I was curious about that one. And so, yeah. Is that Secret Mine really going to track me all the way around? It's going to go down the driveway? No, it's going to someone else. Oh, I looked the wrong way for half a second. We're playing a risky game here. Oh, only 8 seconds left. I don't want to die right at the end, though. That would be really awkward. Oh, goodness. That was close.
That's one for the friendlies. The enemy just pulled out.
New Battle Pass and Manhunt for the next season? Yes, Jazz. That's the only stuff that we know is for sure coming. There's rumors that there might be other content that we don't yet know about. But for sure there will be a new Manhunt and a new Battle Pass, yeah. Is it just me or Division 1 have crazy recoil and playing with controls compared to Div 2? Oh, it's just the way they set up the game. Division 1 actually has recoil and Div 2 doesn't. I personally wish they would go back to more of a Division 1 style for Division 3 in terms of the weapons that they're handling, but that's just me. That's just me. I remember you saying you're not a big fan of the create new agent use shade points for materials method. Can I ask why? Well, the reason I don't do it is I just think it's boring. Like, the idea of running through the Wony campaign over and over and over and over just to get that does not entice me at all. So that's why I don't do it personally. I also, I don't know. I like there to be a sense of, fairness is not the right word. It just seems odd to me that that's a thing that you can do. That you can just, like, do that and it's more efficient than just playing the game with your character. You know what I mean? So in an ideal world, I kind of wish that would have never been a thing. But obviously, you know, they're not going to take it away at this point. So that's really all. It's more just a weird personal preference. Right, Ninja Bike build, weird LMG build, hot shot. All right, we got this. Do you play with subs? Whenever it's convenient, I try and get people in on the streams, yeah. I guess maybe I should have offered for the conflict games, but I try when I can, Seth. Ronald, what's going on, man? Peter! What up, what up? I wonder what the next Manhunt is going after. Or I wonder what is the next Manhunter going after. I don't know, but I'm very, very curious to find out. I'm excited to. Like, I remember when they did the Season 2 reveal, and they just, like, dropped out of nowhere. It's going to be the Recruiter. We're having a Hunter season. I was like, whoa, I was not expecting that. So, I kind of hope that they, you know, there's a similar level of excitement and surprise when they do reveal it. Oh, I believe it, Ken. I'm sure I know it's like the most efficient thing. But again, I just, in my mind, I'm like, why is that more efficient than just playing the end game with your character? You know what I mean? So, in an ideal world, I wish it were different. How do you get that LMG? The Iron Lung, it's in the general loot pool, so it can drop anywhere in the end game. But you will have your best chances from playing content with targeted LMGs. And typically the most recommended way is to play the countdown game mode. set your target loot to LMGs, and then buy exotic caches with all the credits that you get from that. And that's like the most amount of chances you'll get for it. I didn't build up my stacks at all. I'm just going in there shooting. He's popping a kit right in front of us. Is he going to push with that? Does he have hazard? Oh, we're getting dropped here. This is not good. Back up, teammate. I can't even see them. I don't know what I'm shooting at. I'm getting out of here. That was bad. There we go. There we go. That's 2 down. More, they're gonna come behind me. Oh, how did I know? That was such a lucky turn. If I hadn't turned at that exact moment, I would have been so dead. Not even funny. I do think I'm going to flank around this guy because he's the last one alive. He doesn't seem like he has a huge stopping power build. I hear him. I love that feature so much that they did with the status rework, where if you kill the source, it stops it. Because otherwise, I probably would have had to deal with that bleed. Oh, I'm so dead. I should not face tank this guy. Thank you, team, for backing. Oh, maybe I spoke too soon. Dang. Yeah, I felt a disturbance in the force. Same old, is waiting for the DLC at Ubisoft Forward special on June 10th. That's like, as far as Div 2 announcements, that's definitely my biggest hope, is that we get like a mini trailer for the DLC. Kind of like how they teased, what was that, back at E3 2019 when they gave us that short little teaser trailer for episode 3, where it showed us we were going back to Coney Island. That was sick. If we get something like that for Brooklyn, I'd be over the moon. I hope we get that. That would be really cool. For sure we'll hear about the Year 6 Season 1, because that's dropping the day after. But yeah, I hope we get a DLC trailer. That'd be really cool. Well, I got the kill on that guy from the burn. They're gonna get the res though. Oh, no one's watching this side. Oh, I saw him running. Dang, I should have gone sooner. Is there a guy there? It's so tough without the radar. I guess I could do this. I don't see any red. Oh, I hear him though. I hear him reloading right there. But I'm definitely not doing it. Will the DLC be paid or free? They have not confirmed either way. They were asked the question once before on stream and Morton said no comment. I would be very surprised if it was not paid. I'm quite sure it's going to be paid.
Hostile Stinger Hive detected.
With the new DLC coming out, what features would you like to see beyond new main missions, like new modes, activities, etc.? Personally, I don't know. I'm not really expecting much more out of it. I mean, they'd said from the start it is a story DLC, and that's what it's labeled as on the roadmap. I think, you know, they said very clearly, people have wanted new missions and new story, and that's what we're delivering. If we get new activities in the open world, if we get a new mode, that'd be sick. But considering Warlords didn't even deliver a new mode, right? I'm not, and they've said it's going to be smaller than Warlords. I would personally not get your hopes up for there to be like tons of content beyond the stuff they've talked about. But we'll see. Yeah, I know you're right there, and I know I can't really shoot you because there's someone right behind me. Wow, where were they hitting me from? Right in the back? Come on, teammate, you're supposed to shoot that.
It's needed. Agent down.
Reinforcements are running low.
assistance.
Be cool if they change out the manats again instead of hunting HVTs, rescuing civvies. Yeah, for sure. If they do something like that, that's something I would expect to see in Seasons 2.0. Because they've said, you know, very directly that we're going to be changing up the season system. What that means, we don't know, but yeah, that's where I would think we might see some of those changes if they're going to do something like that.
The fight goes on. The specialization supply drop has been claimed by the enemy.
Looking forward to UB4, and me too.
System curtailed.
Big enough to warrant paying for it?
System
I made my stance on that stuff clear before. I think that the fact that we haven't had to pay for anything in this game for the last 4 years is pretty remarkable.
medical assistance needed.
And so, you know, they're putting a lot of work into this DLC for there to be new open world zones, new missions. Like, there's a reason we haven't gotten that stuff up until now. It's because it takes a lot of work. So,
Detected.
if they want to put a $15, $20 price tag on that, I personally think that is plenty acceptable for how they've monetized this game thus far. But we will see. We will see what kind of quantity they're promising with it once we get more details. Warlords delivered infinite leveling. Yeah, I'm not expecting the DLC to have a level increase or things like that. Or I should say anything that would invalidate the levels and expertise that we have now. That's the big thing. Like, I don't think they would go back on the expertise system after introducing that. Richard, what's up? Doing very well indeed. Well, dang, we just got absolutely rolled by those guys. I like how at the beginning I was like, oh, this will be easy, and then we just dropped the ball incredibly. It's a lot cheaper than other looter shooters like Destiny and Borderlands. Yeah, for sure. The way the industry is geared, this kind of a DLC has to be monetized due to the work put in. The investors expect a return. Yeah. Yeah, I think, like, there's a very minimal chance that it's not paid. It's definitely gonna lean in that direction. All right, 3 more games of this, and then I don't know what else. What should I do after this, fellas? I don't know. Did you sign up for the Exoborn beta? I did. I did. Am I allowed to say I got into it? I don't know, but I did. I got my email, but that's all I can say. Dark Zone Legendary Countdown. One of those sounds good. Imagine though we get year 7 or 8, we go from level 40 to 50. If they were to ever do another level increase, which again I'm skeptical of, but if they did, they would have to introduce a system where we could upgrade our previous gear with it. Because there's no way that or if they do, I and everyone else will be very mad about it. They can't have the expertise system where you dump huge amounts of time and resources into specific pieces and then leave those behind. You know what I mean? So, yeah. We shall see. As long as the developers get the money and don't get laid off, I have no problem supporting the industry by paying. Yeah, and it's like, you know, like I said, we haven't had to pay for anything in Division 2 for over 4 years. And that's pretty remarkable for a live game like this. So, yeah, if the DLC is substantive enough and it's of good quality, then totally I think it's fair. Hope they give us another incursion, I'll pay for it. If the Division 2 continues on for year 7 and 8, for example, I pretty much fully expect we'll get another incursion. I think Paradise Lost was received very well. So, yeah. I think we'll get at least one more. Want me to do the incursion? Well, that would be... I'd have to get a team together for it. That might be a lot. I do have a guide on it, Panther. If you're struggling to, like, boss fights, I do have a guide that goes over how that all works. I have zero problem paying for actual playable content. Yeah, and it's like they've released, you know, since Warlords, they've released a raid, 3 game modes, 2 legendary missions, and all the, seasonal story stuff, all for free. And so, if we get a good open world, if we get some good missions, then yeah.
Hostile explosive seeker mine detected. Hostile.
That's the wildest thing to me, Danielle, is that it's wild to me that in Destiny you have to, like, if you don't pay, you don't get the seasonal story. Like, you're just locked out. That's kind of wild to me. Ah, shoot.
Assistance needed. Hostile stinger hive detected. Agent incapacitated.
Need to heal. Oh, I'm so dead.
Agent needs assistance. System malfunctioning.
How am I not dead? How am I not dead? How am I not dead? I'm still dead. They're gonna chase me to the ends of the earth.
Restored.
Please, I just want to live. Ah, shoot. I tried to get the fire on him. Oh, my goodness. I didn't know where to go.
Trauma detected.
I don't know, Connor. Probably Striker. Something easy. Shoot and get damage. That's pretty easy to remember. Div 3, I love to see all the modes. Both PvP and PvE have a discovery mode. Yeah, that'd be cool, Nav. For sure. Oh my goodness. What are your thoughts on the end of the Kelso mission? Well, I did a video where I kind of talked about the whole finale.
Serious trauma detected.
But, oh shoot, I just gave him tenacity.
Agent.
In general, I mean, I was definitely surprised. A lot of shock. As far as Kelso specifically, I said in my video, like, I thought it was a little bit anticlimactic that we didn't even get to, like, talk to her or really hear Kelso's perspective on anything, considering we spent all season hunting her down. But, no, I think it sets things up well. I'm excited to see where it goes, for sure.
Allies are acquiring the boost. The boost has been taken by allies. Hostile explosive seeker mine detected.
I feel like I hear a guy behind me, but maybe not. I see one way back here with his
Hostile
seeker
defender
mine.
drone detected.
Well, there's no cover facing that way. That's not a good idea. 2 just ran out in the courtyard. Oh, there's a guy behind.
Hostile stinger hive detected.
Alright, this is not good. We're way split right now. There we go. Got those 2.
System reactivated.
That guy's behind the truck. Shoot. These guys all just spawned in. We're in a super bad spot. Yeah, we gotta get out of here. Shoot.
Assistance.
Oh, we got a lot of kills. I think that's worth.
Serious trauma detected. Agent incapacitated.
How can they increase an already infinite leveling system? What do you mean, Jazz? They haven't indicated that they're going to increase levels in any way, if that's what you're asking.
There are no more rogue reinforcements.
Am I going to get shot if I grab this?
A friendly is claiming the supply drop.
Maybe not.
The specialization supply drop has been claimed.
Is there a gear set you think is underrated for the most part? Is underrated. Maybe ongoing directive. I feel like after the rework, it's really solid, and some people do use it, but it's not like super widely used. So maybe that. All right, I should probably not try and get a flamethrower kill, because I'm just gonna end up getting myself killed.
An agent needs assistance.
He's behind the car.
You're halfway through the fight.
Where's this other dude? Oh, hello. I would like to set you on fire, if you don't mind. There we go. GG's. Alright, we need 2 more.
Well done.
2 more of my weekly projects done. You're asking for a lot there, Hermes. You're asking for a lot. At 1 million subs, I'll bring it back. That's what we'll do. Oh, goodness. Only 1 mil? That's possible. Well, let's see it then. Missed the old intro to your videos. I appreciate it, Taylor. I love that intro. It was, I mean, I got a lot of, you know, it's always been very divisive. Some people said they absolutely adore it. Some people said they thought it was way too long. So in the future, I would like to find a way to like make it work, but have it be shorter as well, which is tough. So never say never, but I appreciate you saying that. I loved it too. Hey, Tyler, have a great rest of your day, man. Thank you for hanging out and chatting as always. I appreciate it. See you soon. Have you seen the Marco Div 2 video? I did, Gambit. Yeah, I watched most of it, I think. Maybe some of it was sped up. It was a long frickin' video. But yeah, I did. Did you watch the Black Ops 6 trailer? I've not. I've not yet. I'm not hugely into Call of Duty. So no, not yet. I'm doing a lot of random calls for help and I have Shepherd rank up to 482. Nice. No idea what that does for me, but it's fun. They said from the start that the Shepherd rank doesn't give you any rewards. I think you get like 1 reward at the beginning. It's like a hat or something. Or maybe it's a backpack trophy. I don't remember. But they've said they don't want it to be like an incentive-based program. It's just there if you like helping people out. I think the 1 reward you get is those level ups. That's like the coolest damn thing in the game. That level up when it does like the ring on your back and the wings. And that's like the really high-pitched like twang sound effect. Super cool. But no, there's no other rewards besides that. Well, Drew, except for when they're shutting down games like The Crew they did recently, and you know, someday the Division 1 probably won't be playable anymore when they take down the servers. So Ubisoft does partake in that, but yes, the content vault in Destiny 2 has definitely been divisive. Have you noticed the point man is not an expertise? I have not, but I'll look at that when we get out of here because that sounds interesting. I don't know why it wouldn't be. So no global event this week? Correct, Limitless. There's we got Golden Bullet next week, and then we're on to year 6. You get a patch for reaching 20 or 25. That's right. It's like the big heart, isn't it, or something? But yeah, it's a patch.
Before you run out of reinforcements.
Gaming gamer, welcome. How you doing? Do you think any of the exotic gear get a rework? I recall Sawyer's being more of the circuit jammer. Yeah. If you mean like in the future, will they? It's certainly possible. I mean, they're doing a rework to the Diamondback next season. So that's certainly something that I think will always be on the table. I miss that original Sawyer's mechanic. I really liked it. Given the already infinite leveling, I thought infinite means infinite, no way to increase unless it's already not truly infinite. I don't know, Jazz. I guess I'm not following your question. They have not said that we're going to be increasing our levels in any way. Beyond, like, or they're not going to be adding in new systems to increase levels, so I think you're right that infinite means infinite because they're not going to do anything else with that kind of system. No.
Medical assistance needed.
So.
Agent incapacitated.
What's the countdown for? Excitement. You know, Ubisoft Forward is always a fun time. We get news on The Division and other stuff. You know, we might get a trailer for the DLC. We'll definitely get news about Year 6, so. There's someone up here with me. That's tough. I keep getting in bad positions.
Agent incapacitated.
That's a good shout, though, on the Shepherd system. Maybe I'll do a little live commentary video on that. I'm trying to think of what videos to make in these next... Like, once we hit June, pretty much, we're good, because I've got some stuff I'm working on to come out before Year 6. And obviously then Ubisoft Forward and all that. But without any news on Year 6, I'm thinking about what to cover. But I might do a little spotlight on the Shepherd system. Haven't talked about that in a long time. Could be fun. Dang, dude. I can't freaking get a kill without going down.
Immediate medical assistance needed. Agent out of action.
Hey, Jackson, thank you very much, man.
System restored.
Glad that you could make it as well.
Deceased.
And thank you very much. How big do you think the Brooklyn map will be? Personally, and I have nothing to base this on, it's just my own guess, I think it'll be, let's say, 20% smaller than the Warlords map. I'm imagining there being like 3 big zones, you know, compared to Warlords is like 4. That's what I think. Wow, I'm surprised they didn't grab the boost. Some honorable conflict players.
An agent needs assistance.
Not gonna be able to confirm that kill.
Agent down.
Shoot, dude. As soon as I let go of the trigger.
We might have to pull you out.
This is rough. I'm getting kind of wiped here. When will we get the news? 2 hours after something? Can't see the countdown. Oh, so the Ubisoft Forward is on June 10th. That's the... So we're still a little under 2 weeks out. But then the Division 2's next update is set to go live 2 weeks from today on June 11th. So, yeah. Presumably, we will hear about Year 6 either at Ubisoft Forward or before. And then we got the update coming out on the 11th.
I'm sending you a specialization supply drop.
I'm at level 7 and I'm no clue what I should be doing. Story and shade stuff, working on unlocking skills and perks. Pretty much, Danny, I would say story. over time, you will, like, if you want to go slow and unlock all the skills and stuff, you totally can do that. But you will unlock it all over time. Like, nothing gets locked out or anything. So, as is common with a lot of these games, the real game begins once you hit the end game. So I think mainly focusing on that makes sense. And it's over. Rick and Mercy rule.
It's over. They were too strong.
A video coming out before year 6, you say? Well, I would hope that I would have some video coming out. That'd be weird if I took a 2-week break, Hermes. What are you talking about, man? No, I know what you're saying. Do you think they will take away Div 1? I don't care if I'm playing it to PCs, but I don't want to lose access to the game. So the problem with them doing that, AV, and again, I preface this by me saying that I am not a game dev. I do not have any kind of a comprehension of how complex this is or how the stuff works. But I do know that they build the Division games with a lot of their stuff server side. So things like loot generation or enemy AI. And the reason they do that, so the reason you have to be connected is because those systems only work when you're connected. And by doing that, they then relieve some of the pressure and stress that's happening on your machine itself. And that allows them to then increase other things like how good the world looks, or how crazy the weather effects are, or things like that, right? So, is it possible that they could put loot generation and the AI and whatever else is done server-side onto your hardware? Yes. But in doing so, they would then have to decrease other things to make it still function. So, I do not know if that's ever something that they could do or would spend the time doing. But yeah. Is there a way I can have the XP season bar always up visible with numbers? I don't know if there is. I don't think there is. Unfortunately. Had to restart the game. I'm only back to level 136 at the moment. Is it worth starting a second character at this point? Face cloth depends on what you want out of it. I only run with one character. And I obviously play this game a lot, as is evident by the YouTube channel. So, if you're doing it just for the sake of doing it, then I don't think you need to do it. But if you want it for more storage, or that's just what you like to do, then certainly you could. I don't think there's any, there's not a right or wrong time to do that stuff, It's just about what you're feeling, what you want to do. So, yeah. I'd happily delete 90% of my Xbox library to make room for Div 1. Well, the problem, it's not even storage space that's the problem. It's just that in the moment-to-moment, I mean, just think about it. Like, what's a good analogy I can do? Like, we'll say an oven. Let's say you're cooking a meal, you're putting stuff in the oven. There's only so much room in the oven. And let's say the oven is equivalent to your PC, or more realistically in this case, the old Xbox and the PS4. There's only so much room in there. And if you're trying to tell it to do 10 different things, let's say it's the maximum amount of pans it can hold in there, the things that you're trying to do is 7. But in order for this thing to work, there has to be 10 things in there. How do you do it? There's realistically not a way you can do it. You'd have to go in and rethink how, you know what I mean? So, it's more of a computing problem than it is a storage problem. So yeah.
Agent deceased. An agent needs assistance.
What's been your favorite season of Division 2 so far in terms of story features? It's a good question. And over time I have very much wanted to do like a season ranking. Maybe I'll get around to it someday. Don't get up there. I know what you're doing. Yeah, you're down. Don't. How are you seeing me through the truck like that? That's crazy. That's crazy. Let's see. Favorite season. I know what some of my top ones are. I really liked Season 3 from back in the day because it had some really good stuff on the track. That's when we got the Memento. I liked how they changed up the Manhunt formula a little bit, where the Hunter showed up at every little sub-target you did. That was a lot of fun. The last mission was also very fun with the Hunter at Coney Island. Love Season 3. I liked Season 9 a lot because we got stuff like the Catharsis and Heartbreaker. It was the return at the game. I really liked the final mission from that at Jefferson Trade Center. The new story, Importance, you know, that was a lot of fun. I really liked Year 5 Season 2 from this year. That was like, in terms of like little things they did in the story, like that had to have been the beefiest season when we had. I mean, the mission at White Oak was like a pretty significant one with all the new mechanics they had in there and things. They also had the epilogue sequence out in the open world, and you could go to the recruiter's hideout. Like that's something we've never seen before and haven't seen since. So that was really cool. So those are some of my top ones for sure. It's tough for me to say definitively what like my absolute favorite one is. I'm so dead, right? Shoot. Dude, I'm just getting cooked in these games. I'm glad this is the last one. I'm not feeling it.
You need to turn this around, or we're going to have to pull you out.
An agent needs assistance.
Reinforcements are running low.
It will take a long time for the Division games to become offline because everything you do must be synchronized with the server. Yep. Yep, exactly. Pancake, what's up? I'm not looking at the game at all. I'm about to get ambushed. This is just a disgrace. Just put us out of our misery, game. Come on.
There are no more reinforcements.
I left Div 2 at Season 5. Do you think it's worth coming back to the grind? I mean, I'd say it's completely up to you. What kind of... Did you enjoy the game then? There's certainly a lot more to do now. And we got a lot of big stuff coming up. So... if you left because you were bored, then I think you'd have, you know, enough new stuff to do. Sure. How the hell do you remember all those details from past seasons? I can barely remember my name day to day. Well, you know, when it's sort of your job too, that helps. But I don't know. I got a pretty good memory. That's funny though, Mev. All right, well, GG's to those folks. But we got our weekly done. That's what mattered.
Safe area entered. Hostile control point nearby.
That's fair. No, even if I wasn't doing YouTube, I would probably remember a lot of that stuff. I tend to have... Well, it's weird. I have like a selective memory. With stuff like this, I'll remember it very well, but then, yeah, I won't remember like what I had for breakfast sometimes, so... A little weird. What was I going to look at? Oh, someone said the point man is not an expertise. I don't know what that is. If I go to it, does it have the expertise symbol on it? Point man. It says it does there, but it's just not showing up in the bench, huh? Right? P point man. It would be under this category. Yeah, weird. I'll try and get that one reported. That's strange. Okay, 17 caches after all that. Have you played X Defiant? Yes, I actually put a video out on it the other day. But yeah, I have. That's okay, Mav. I probably don't need a visual reference for it. Thank you, though. What about you, Fresty? Are you liking X Defiant? Millie's in the chat. Hello, Millie. How are you? Good to see you. A wild Millie appears. What mana target was your least favorite? My least was Still Fight because of how insanely difficult they made that mission. See, I love that last mission because of how difficult it is. So maybe that's an insight into how my brain works. Least favorite well, what do you mean, like specifically the last mission, or do you mean like which season was my least favorite? Or what's the criteria? Kion. You should let me know the correct pronunciation, otherwise I'll probably keep switching up indefinitely. Well, don't hurt yourself, Glitch. That's not good. How do you grind expertise? Is there a certain way or just by playing the game? You will level it up just by playing the game and using different items. The way that I leveled up mine, or like targeted leveled up back in the day, was to run a build that was almost entirely items that were not proficiented. That's not a word, but you know what I mean. That didn't have full proficiency. I made that build, and then I would go into Countdown and run with that so that I was getting the passive XP. And then I would set my target loot to something that I didn't have levels in, whether that was a certain gear set or a weapon category or whatever. And I would pick everything up as junk and then donate it once I was out of there. Back at the bench, right? So that was my way. I think it worked pretty well. But yeah. There was a bug causing the game to freeze in the middle of a fight a few months ago. I hope they fix it so I can come back. I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with that one. I didn't experience that myself. How's the Dark Zone these days? As lawless as ever, you know? I don't know. Not much has changed with it.
Hostile control point identified.
Proficientized. Yep. Exactly, DF. Alright, what are we doing here? I'll stay on for another probably 25 minutes. It's going to be a somewhat shorter stream. But what should we do in that time? What are the Dark Zone targets? Holsters and South. Should we go run a little solo DZ? See what trouble we can get into? Sounds kind of fun. Has anyone found more info on the 26th mask? No. At least not that I've seen. The only thing is that if you want to check out my video from yesterday, there was some data mine stuff posted on Reddit, which apparently is the icon for the mask. Well, it's a mask. We don't know if it's that one specifically, but it's a hunter mask that people haven't found yet. But it didn't give any indication on how to get it. It's just the image, so that's about it. Why do you keep the call for backup turned on? I don't know. In case I ever want to answer it. I don't know, honestly. Lido, have a fantastic rest of your day and week, man. Thank you for being here as always. See you back soon for all the stuff coming up for sure.
Now detecting
all right,
gear.
Chad, you're gonna decide for me. Am I being a somewhat reasonable person in the dark zone, or am I killing everyone on sight? Basically, I'm asking, what do I do with this person that's running away from me right now? Do they deserve to live, or shall they die at the hands of my eagle bear? One person said be a gentleman, everyone else is saying rogue. Alright, Chad did it, not me. I'm sorry, man.
Hostile stinger hive detected.
You can't hear me because I'm not in game chat, but it was my chat. That's a decent mask. You can keep it, man. Enjoy. Good luck, have fun, don't die. If Rogue in your name, it goes without saying. Well, you know, some people then say that I'm a bad person in real life and all that. The craziest, if you guys want a funny story, the craziest message I got from the Dark Zone back in the day was, or was it, but maybe that wasn't to me. It was someone on Reddit was trying to like argue why the rogue system was so bad. And they were saying, and it was about like how, because remember in Div 1, if you flagged Rogue in like DZ1, it would make your friend Rogue in DZ9 if you were in the same group. And they were like, the argument was, because people were saying that shouldn't be a thing if you're not like actually close to your group. But the person said, well, if you're a terrorist on one side of the world and you have a friend who's a terrorist on the other side of the world, that doesn't make them not a terrorist. And I'm like, what are we talking about? We are talking about going rogue in a video game. That is not equatable in the least. But some people get very weird about that entire argument. I'll never forget that. That was such a out-of-pocket thing to read. I thought someone called an extraction for a minute, but I think that was just the landmark thing popping up.
Deploying UAV.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Makes you wonder what those Raiders do in their spare time. Yeah. Really does.
Hostile blinder firefly detected.
As Bond once said. Division and James Bond crossover win?
Curtailed. Now detecting contaminated gear.
It turns out Year 6 Season 1's manhunt target is James Bond. He lived through the green poison and now he's in America. That would be wild.
Landmark cleared. Contaminated gear detected.
Just like that, I'll never go on Reddit again. Oh man. I used to have, maybe I'm slightly ashamed to admit it, I used to have too much fun back in the day trolling people in there. Like, 2016 me on Reddit was not a fun person to interact with.
Contaminated gear.
We've matured since then. That's what it's all about, but yeah, Reddit is an interesting platform. We'll leave it at that.
Contaminated gear.
One of these better give me an exotic component. Isaac versus MI6 Tech, yep. Yeah, he pulls up in
Now detecting
the
contaminated gear.
car with the Gatling guns on the front. You're like, I don't have one of those. Oh, don't worry, Mav. That account has been long since deleted. You will not be able to find it. Sam Fisher in Division 2. Well, okay, in seriousness, I'm kind of glad the Division doesn't do a ton of crossovers. I think you retain a bit more, not authenticity, but I don't know. I think if you do crossovers like every other week, then it dilutes things a little bit. So I'm kind of glad that they don't do a ton of that, but we'll see if they do more in the future. You're right, Mav. Maybe what I should have said is please don't look it up. I don't need that coming back.
Getting them out.
Now detecting contaminated gear. Incoming hostiles detected.
This dark zone's not very pop. There's not a lot of people in here.
Contaminated gear detected.
Oh. Just as I say that. I think I messed up.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
I think I messed up. Oh no.
Agent down.
It's doing the teabag.
Hostile incinerator
Oh
turret
lord.
detected.
Chat, why'd you make me evil? If I had just been nice, then I wouldn't have had to flag and die like that. Gosh.
Rogue status removed.
Um,
Entering safe area.
let's switch to this. Let's see if this does any better.
Entering invaded dark zone.
I'm gonna fix my... I hope that's a glitch they fix in your 6 Season 1, the appearance thing. I would love if we finally went back to some normalcy there.
Landmark engaged.
What's my favorite hunter mask? Is a good question. Let's see. Actually, I like the one from... Oh, he left my stuff. What a nice guy.
Contaminated gear retrieved.
He didn't kill the boss either. That guy was just like waiting for me to go rogue, and then he just left. That was weird.
Can't take much more.
Now detecting contaminated gear.
What an interesting fellow.
Landmark cleared.
Favorite hunter mask. I like this one for whatever reason. I just think it's so different compared to some of the other ones. This is from the Season 3 mission. Oh, I do love this one. I love my bloody red hunter mask. I really do. So that's a contender. No! Dude, I was looking at hunter masks, man.
Agent out of action.
Alright, now it's war. Now it's war.
Safe area detected. Now entering an invaded dark zone.
And the DZ drop's coming in too. Alright, no more cosmetic questions until we kill this guy, people. Otherwise I'll end up dying again. Oh, the drop is right here. I do think it's funny that he's not taking my stuff.
Retrieving.
But it's hard to track him if he just goes... Okay, he's within 100 meters. He just runs away, comes back, kills you, runs away again. Favorite mask in general and patch? Alright, next time I'm in the safe room, I will look and answer that.
I got him.
There he is.
Seeker mine detected.
Wait one. Fixing the belt.
Where was he just at? He's up there.
Hostile striker drone detected. Hostile airburst seeker mine.
Is he pulse resistant? If so, that's so tough for my build. He's got the shotgun, dude. No!
Vital signs critical. Agent
Teabagging is so funny to me.
Agent deceased.
Tough. That was closer, at least.
Entering safe area.
That was closer.
Leaving safe.
Yeah, if I die again, I might have to just leave in shame. Just end the stream and not say anything. Alright, let me try and get this drop. That's why I came here to begin with.
I hit.
Contaminated gear detected. Now detecting contaminated gear. System malfunctioning. System restored.
Delete the VOD, it never happened. No, it happened. That's fine. I don't like... Some people,
Detected.
their egos in video games is like super fragile. I've never claimed to be the best in the world. I'm certainly not. This guy's just a good gamer.
DZ drop claimed.
But if I can avoid dying like 10 times in a row, I would do it. Why is the other boss in here?
Contaminated gear retrieved.
What are you doing?
Has expired. Now detecting contaminated gear.
That guy's not even nearby anymore. It's off into the wind. Want to see Rogue Rage quit? Good luck. I don't really do it. If I'm not enjoying something, I just get off. I don't, like, make a scene out of it. You know? Where's this door I'm looking for? I ran right past it. Oh, that's right. I was gonna look at my favorite,
Contaminated gear detected.
my favorite things. Favorite mask. It might be this one. This one's a classic that I like to wear. I like my ski mask. Otherwise, the right mask's cool too. Is this technically a hunter mask? We never really got confirmation what he is, because he was tied with Natalia, and that was kind of weird. Yeah, I think the ski mask would be my favorite mask. Favorite patch? This one I just got, but it's pretty darn cool. I like that. I've been wearing the conflict one a lot. I do like the Pathfinder was an old one from when the game came out. I like that one. Some of my favorited ones up here. I like that one. I don't know if I have a favorite for patches nearly as much. I think Mav, were you talking about this one? The 2018 Phoenix. It had something to do with E3 back then. Or this. I don't know how I got that. But yeah. Yeah, the first gamers. I don't know where that came from. Maybe it was like, it might have been a thing for like the private beta, Mav, maybe? I'm not sure. Actually like your content because you don't do that. Hardcore, I'm a god gamer stuff. I appreciate it, DF. Yeah, I think a lot of that stuff is silly, personally. If you're not genuinely having fun with something, why spend your time with it, you know? Yeah, that was the mask you get for... What's the condition for that one? You have to do... Is it the whole thing flawlessly? I think. If you do the incursion flawless, you get the right mask.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Somebody said the first Gamers 2018 was a participation badge for E3. Yeah, I was not there either, and I have it, so... I don't know. I think they granted the E3 one through Ubisoft Connect. Maybe that was it.
Now detecting contaminated gear. Incoming hostiles detected.
It's go time.
No, Mav. Only as of last year. I've not not been a long time thing. I couldn't even qualify for it in 2018 actually because of my age. The first one I was able to legally sign up for was the one they did in 2019. Yeah, for like TU6. But I did not get in. Man.
Contaminated gear detected.
Bro, I could do this all day. Get this one.
Would you consider the most useful and least useful exotic in Division 1 and 2? Oh gosh. Well, I'll tell you the least useful exotic in either game ever in the Division was the frickin' Tommy gun in Division 1,
Landmark has been cleared.
where its talent was you get like 11% extra hipfire damage. That was like the least useful thing ever. Most useful? I mean, would it have been the house? Was the house that statistically better than everything else? Might have been. Emmanuel, thank you very much. I certainly, well, it probably sounds pretentious however I answer that, but any positivity that people ever send my way is always incredibly appreciated and does genuinely fuel me to keep going and brighten my day. So thank you very much for saying that. I appreciate it. And I will continue doing my best to deliver that. Explains why they never accepted me mentally 15 at all. No, it's just like the typical, you know, you can't let a minor into a program like that, which made sense because they did have travel back then, so I think that was probably the biggest thing. I don't know if they have that same requirement now. But yeah. I was big sad back in the day when I couldn't register for it. I remember a kid crying over an open mic that he got the house and net extraction point. And did someone steal it from him? because that's what I would imagine happening in the Dark Zone, but that's funny. I remember my favorite point of like farming stuff in Div 1 was, well, I guess I don't know if it was my favorite, but a memorable one was like 1.5 era where we had the urban MDR in survival and we had the Barrett's vest in Lexington. Dude, I was on the survival grind. I did that for like 2 or 3 weeks straight until I finally got it. And then I had a friend who would literally didn't play with us for 3 weeks because he just ran Lexington on loop over and 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 over. And he just wouldn't talk. He'd be in our party, we wouldn't hear from him for hours. And then one day he finally just yelled out that he got it. I know people don't like that style of farming in games. I personally love it. I hope we get something like that back someday because I love that stuff. I guess it was similar to like when the Bighorn dropped in this game. I did legendaries for a long time getting that thing. And I love the grind.
If it moves, shoot it.
Whoa. That animation canceling, yeah, that was crazy.
Hostiles detected.
The more compliments you receive, the worse his aim becomes. Oh no, am I missing my shots? I hope not. Lexington, 8 hours a day, 6 yeah, 1 day for sleep. Pretty much. Do you expect huge announcements of Ubisoft Forward for this June division? Either at Ubisoft Forward or before, we're definitely going to hear big things about Year 6, I think. At least Year 6 Season 1. I mean, we have to. The update comes out June 11th, right? So, in some form, yes. I don't know how, but like, I don't know if they're going to do stuff for all of Year 6. I have no idea. But we will hear something about Division in the next 2 weeks. It's almost, I mean, they have to. There's no other way around it. Imagine they just drop the update with like no prior information or anything. It's just like, here you go. You can find out what's in there. That'd be crazy.
Now detecting contaminated gear.
Vaya con Dios, asshole!
Did you earn every Division shield when they released? Oh, you bet I did. Yeah, I got all those. Which, in retrospect, I wish the rewards for that were a little more memorable. Because what was it? It was the flag. It was this one. And it was the apple patch. The big apple. Which is way down here at the bottom. Yeah, this one. I'm wearing my shield rewards. Well, I could do the outfit, too. Let's see. It was the jacket. Which I wish looked a little cooler. I don't love how this thing looks, which kind of sucks. The agent pants and the agent sneakers. There we go. This is my full shield. This is my full shield deal right there. Full look, the patch, the flag. Your thoughts on Heartland? I mean, rest in peace. I'm still very sad that we're not gonna get it. I got a lot of videos out on Heartland, both after the news and before, with my thoughts on it. I don't know what thoughts specifically you're wanting to hear, but very sad. Keon, I'm on Xbox.
Cover your six.
Incoming hostiles detected.
Oh, thank you for SD. Yeah, no, it's It's sad. I mean, I was saying in one of them that, like, I'm not lying when I say that the only reason this channel is still around is because of Heartland. It was the thing that I was excited for and that kept me going back in 2021 when we thought Div 2 was kind of done. So, yeah. It's weird to think we'll never play it, except it is also the reason this channel exists. Or still exists, at least, so. Pretty weird. You think you'll stream Resurgence when that comes out? Yes, that's my plan. I do need to do some tests because it can be weird trying to like stream from your phone, but I think I have the right stuff for it, so that is the plan. Did you ever get the retro field uniform? I think so. Wasn't that the one that was tied, like, everyone was convinced that had like a secret tied to it or some like weird lore thing? Maybe I'm misremembering. Where are these other ads? There we go. Alright. I think I'm going to hit up the extraction, get all these credits out, and then probably wrap it up from there. Fellas. Let's see. Retro field uniform. Yeah. Hey, Glitch, thank you for hanging out, man. See you soon. Do you think Division 3 will be crossplay? Yes, I would. I'm highly confident in the idea that Division 3 will have crossplay and cross progression.
Extraction called.
All right. What if we get ambushed here? Bring some excitement. This DZ is really not popping. Oh, wait. Well, we're definitely going to go and ambush this guy. That helicopter almost flew into the ground. Alright, here we go. Our last bit of excitement here for the stream. We're going to see what awaits us at this extraction. What if it's that guy that already killed me like 3 times? Trev, what's up? I appreciate it. I'm about to sign off right after this, so we're good for now, but definitely in the future, streams for runs, for sure, man.
Hilo almost at extraction zone.
Yeah, absolutely, Drew. I mean, anything that, we look forward to for long periods of time, and then it's like, it's just not happening anymore. It's sad, for sure.
Hilo arrived.
Alright, says he's nearby.
Hostile explosive signal line detected.
Archer in 30 seconds.
4 DZ resources, well, that's not very many. I can't swap my... What is happening? I can't swap my weapon. What the heck is that about?
We're going. Extracting cargo.
Now I can. That's weird. When I'm on the rope, I can't do it. I wonder if it's because, even though it wasn't visible, there's the Y prompt to cut it. That's probably what's happening.
Cargo loaded.
GG.
Hilo is heading back.
Must be fed up with the Heartland topic. Oh no, it's all good, Techno. I mean, you know, that's what I'm here to do. Talk Division, right? Yes, it's sad, but of course, you know, gotta talk about the sad things to do that. If you don't mind, I got a question. Now that it's canceled, do you think Division 2 could get a survival mode, or maybe retake Heartland Asset and turn it for Div 2?
Helo returning to base.
As far as utilizing Heartland's content in Division 2 or Division 3, I was talking about that in one of the videos I made on it. I think it's not impossible, certainly, but I am skeptical because it's a similar thing to what we were talking about earlier with like making Division 1 offline. They make these games under very specific parameters, right? And if Heartland's parameters, let's say, is it's a smaller map, we're using a different kind of graphical fidelity, all this stuff, compared to the Division 2, for example, then that drastically changes the way that they develop everything for that game. The assets, the player counts, the world. I mean, we saw in the trailers that Heartland was using different movement systems, different pieces of cover, compared to Div 2. And so to then just take that one-to-one and put it into Div 2, first off, it wouldn't work technically. They'd have to do a lot of reworking to make it just, you know, to make that base experience work. And then they'd have to tune it to actually be a good gameplay experience for how Division 2 functions as a game, right? So, was it meant to be a Div 2? Well, when it first started out, yes, we did learn that it was meant to be a side mode for the Division 2, but once they spun it off into its own game, at that point, they started making it as its entirely own experience. So you can't just go back on that without, like I said, having some major kinds of restructuring. So it's not impossible for them to do it, but it would still take a lot of work. And I, you know, partly for maybe reasons I can't say, I don't know. I don't think we're going to see it in Division 2. If anything, maybe they'll try and work it into Division 3. But I kind of think that the Heartland experiment unfortunately failed, and I don't think it's going to come back. But that's just me. I hope I'm wrong. I certainly do. But as far as seeing survival in Division 2, I don't know. I certainly hope that we see survival, you know, at some point in the future of the franchise. I think, you know, the reason why they probably didn't do it up until now is because of Heartland. They didn't want to create that competition. But I certainly hope that the survival idea does not die with Heartland. That would be very sad if it did. So I hope we see it back. But I feel like that's a very good roll. I feel like I have good Sokolov knee pads, so. Yeah, different server infrastructure, code libraries. Again, I'm no expert in this realm. I'm sure there's people who could explain that a lot better than I could. But, yeah. Do you think that it would have killed the Division 2? No, I think they were very different experiences. Very different genres. I think they easily could have coexisted. Otherwise, they wouldn't have done it to begin with, right? If they had done it knowing that it would have killed one, then that would have been very odd. Yeah, no problem, Techno. No problem at all. All right, folks. Well, a little bit of a shorter stream today, so sorry for that. Do have a lot to get to. It's going to be a busy next few weeks leading up to Ubisoft Forward in Year 6 Season 1. By the way, we finishing off with still 180 people watching the stream. I appreciate you all for being here very much. And we passed 200 likes, which is freaking rad. So thank you all so much, as always, for being awesome. One thing to say is that next week, I think I'm going to skip the live stream on Tuesday. I do very much apologize. The reason being, as I said, I do have a lot of stuff I got to get done before Year 6 launches. And then the week after next week, we're going to have 2 live streams in a row. Because I will stream Ubisoft Forward on the 10th, and then we'll stream Year 6 Season 1 on the 11th. So, both for time reasons and the fact that we'll get double streams the following week, I am going to skip my stream next Tuesday on June, what is that? I don't know. We'll look it up just for that sake. On the 4th, I will not be live, but the week after that, on the 10th and the 11th, I will be live both of those days. So hopefully that makes up for it. I apologize. Millie, you'll probably be happy to hear that not everything that I had hoped to get done, but some portions of Streams 2.0 should be ready by the time we get to that week of Forward and the other thing. Hopefully. Should be. If everything goes well. So, look forward to that. And, yeah.
Incoming backup request.
Double streams. My brain is just like swimming in all the things I got to get done. But it'll be good. It'll all be very good. So, thank you all so much for tuning in today. Very fun time as always. So, yeah. I'm trying to think if there's something else I was going to say, but I don't know. Your positivity, despite the negativity around Division, is amazing. Keep it up. Don't change. Appreciate it, Techno. You know I will. So, yeah. You as well, Mav. That goes for everybody, I suppose. So, yes. DF, Hermes, Mav, Drew, Techno, Rob, Millie, Tyler. Oh, Tyler's still here. Yeah, for sure. Ramon, Fresti, Danielle, Keon, Leonardo, Drew, if I didn't say already, Trev, everybody that was in here. I appreciate you all very much. Thank you for tuning in as always. Plenty of videos in the meantime. Can't wait to see you there. EM, Raz, Wolf, all y'all. Yeah, like I said, Ubisoft Forward June 10th, I will be live. The 11th, I'll be live for Year 6 Season 1. We'll see what happens in the meantime. And until then, folks, RogueGold out.